Hi there and welcome back, dear friends and deep thinkers, to King Weikart of Bavaria. And we actually have wards and wardens activated now. This is our player heir, son and vassal that we're also educating. So we'll see what new events we will get. There's also a new option if you have like a university. I mean, we're far from universities in this timeline so far. But if you have a university, you can travel there as an adult and then also get some improvement going for your learning. I mean, we already have excellent learning, but still. For now, we are traveling. We're traveling to Duchess Hadowin's grand wedding in Dokkum. That's pretty much out there. It's here. In the Netherlands, or in today's Netherlands, I'd say. I hope that is it in today's Netherlands. It's close to Frisia, so yeah, it might be here. It might be here. What are we currently doing? We're trying to develop these provinces here that he thinks, King Weikart of Bavaria thinks, should be the center of the realm now, because they're such great provinces with so much room. But let's go step by step and see what we can reach here. Look at that, County of Nice is also, yeah, we'll really see what we'll do there. Maybe we'll build another castle here in Krakow, and then we can give Nice to our heir. Things like that, everything like that is possible. A fresh start. My acquaintance Duchess Hadowin is hosting a grand wedding in Dokkum, and time has come for us to depart. The ceremony will join her son and heir Herman and acquaintance Winfrida Rübsamen in matrimony. I do need to guard both my back as well as my food during this visit, as Duchess Hadowin is a treacherous creature. Let's see. She's not really, I mean, she's a righteous empath. Is she treacherous? I don't know. She's honest, compassionate, and I don't think she is, she's a drunkard. Okay, I mean, I don't see how she's a treacherous creature. That is, and this guy, our caravan master, is he a treacherous creature? Maybe. No, absolutely not. He's zealous, humble, calm. No. Well, I can't wait. Let's see. Let's see what happens. What King Robert replaced us as the head of the Karling dynasty. I mean, he's... We'll see. This sometimes happens. It might switch back very soon. Let's see. There's a lot we can do. I mean, we could restore accolades, but we're not like the knightly king. We're more like the developer. We can usurp the kingdom of Bohemia. We could definitely do that, but we don't want to, right? That would split up the realm in case of an inheritance, and we don't really want that. That has led the Franks to the unfortunate situation that France is now under the control of a non-Carolingian, and we can exchange hostages. Look at that. That's new. That's new. We can exchange hostages with these people, and this is something that you get from wards and wardens. Exchanging hostages is basically sending a child of you to their court, and they send a child of their court to your court. It was a common practice in medieval ages to exchange these hostages, and we would do that at least with, let's have a look, with members of our dynasty. Like this guy, House Landsberg. Like we could send, for example, one of our younger sons there to King Meginhard. Do we like him? I mean, he's okay. He's a mastermind philosopher and stuff, so we probably think he's okay. We can send our son there. Prince Hardmar, maybe. Here we go. And the recipient would be, yeah, whom would we get in turn? Egelmar is the son of a prince. Waldrada, son of Prince Svorad. Prince Ludolf is the son of King Meginhard. So we would take him. As you can see, hostages must first travel to the Warden's court. Wardens at war with home courts may freely execute hostages. Home courts and Wardens suffer penalties for attacking each other. So Radbot loses Hadmar, but that's okay. The king... Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we need to do that, right? Because they don't have wards then, and we don't really need to do it. But it's a guarantee. It's something like a non-aggression pact, just with hostages. You're not employing a wet nurse. Look, that is a new position. That's interesting. A wet nurse. Here we go. What does a wet nurse do? Reduce chance for children to contract illnesses. Possibility for child development events. That is something good. Undoubtedly. Let's have a look. Where's the wet nurse? We cannot... Nobody meets these things. We can look around. There's a court musician. No, we don't have good court musicians. Do we have a good court jester? I mean, he would be an honorable craven. Master of the Horse. Yeah, we have excellent people there. This guy, dishonorable villain. Rather a rational zealot here. Or our Chancellor. Or Caravan Master. Yeah, he would be good at that. Master of the Hunt. Yeah, we might hunt. We might hunt. The Chorus Antagonist, the Zealous Villain. Rather a rapacious zealot. A content paragon. Yeah, that's more like it. We don't want anyone who tries to kill us while we're hunting, because that can definitely happen. Do we have a good High Almoner? A gracious absolver. Radbot. Yeah, sure. Good. Now, let's search for a wet nurse. Apparently we need to set a search for that. Here we go. Prince Eckehard, our brother, regent and marshal. Yeah, our genius brother. He's also doing well. Definitely bringing in the money and the kids. We really like him. He really likes us. That might not stop him from... intriguing against us from experience, but hey, the search for a wet nurse. With a mind to provide the best of care to our children, I've had my functionaries seek out able women for the role of wet nurse. Now they present a few locals for my judgment. We have Clara, the experienced Clara. Well, she's good at intrigue. She's strong. Well, that's something. She's a rapacious atheist. She's ambitious, paranoid, and I don't know. Ambitious, intricate web weaver. Hildegard is good enough. She's arbitrary, lazy, and sadistic. Okay, let's take Clara. What her aptitude is? Oh, look at that. We get an aptitude information now. Oh, that's so good. I prefer the experienced Clara. Oh my goodness, we're so much in debt. Anything for the children. The Hermit. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry there's a small wooden table and a stall. Someone has left a lantern burning on it. Careful, my liege, Unigild holds his arm up in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make accusations. A dimly illuminated figure stands in the entrance to the cave. I'm merely a hermit, and you must be a king. We have Augustin. He's feeling fine. He's a mystic and wise man, insightful thinker. A hermit would be a great addition. How fortunate. Please tell me about my fortune. Yeah. Just let's go. Nah. A hermit would be a great addition to my entourage. Yeah, he's probably a very wise man. Hey, Augustine. Travel. Where is my hermit? King Emmerich gives us a warm reception when we come to his keep. However, his guards seem to chuckle and murmur when they see us pointing at our entourage. My dear King Weikert, it's such an honor to welcome you at my... Emmerich stops in the middle of the sentence, his face livid. What are you doing with my hermit? Okay, you can have your hermit back. I mean, we don't like to claim because we're humble. It was my intention to steal your courtier, or why don't we let him decide who to serve? Yeah, no, let's improve matters with King Emmerich, House Rübsamen. There, he's also Karling. It was my intention to steal your courtier. I mean, we're just humble like that. We're the new dynasty head. We're generous, and we're out of money, and we're at the wedding. What should we do? We don't essentially need to go recreation. We can try diplomacy. Let's see. We are reasonably okay now. Well, excellent. So, why not try to gain an alliance with the king? With Winfrida and Hermann von Emden. Wait. Hermann von Emden. Who is his? Who is his heir? Oh, Prince Hatto. Okay. It's okay. Let's confirm that. Is he? He's unmarried. Prince Hatto of Germany, of House Rübsamen. How about we arrange a marriage with this tiny one? We still have a daughter, Princess Helene, Princess Heilika, and Prince Hatto. Would they accept? Yes, they would accept. Okay, we are arranging that. Disruptions, by God, man, leave me alone. The peaceful atmosphere is shattered by Nicephorus, yelling as he storms into the courtyard. Lothar quickly follows, but stops when he sees me. My liege, please talk some sense into Nicephorus. I'm trying to help him, since I have some experience that might improve his work. Oh, Nicky. At least hear him out. Convince Nicephorus to listen to him. He refuses to listen. Oh well. To the perceptive King Weikart of Bavaria, I gladly accept your betrothal position. Your daughter Heilika and I will be the best couple ever. Yeah, you will, because she's my daughter, and she's, of course, excellent. Excellent. You are too. Wonderful. There's a bailey constructed in Lashika. Yeah, but we don't have no money for more. It's time to get more going there. Inspiration realized. We have a Bavarian battle axe. My lord, my beneficiary Nicephorus approaches me with a wide grin. He presents me with an object wrapped in cloth. A very fine battle axe. The wrought iron head is mounted on an elegant oak haft that has been varnished to give it a rich, dark shine. Dedicated this to his trusted advisors, Prince Archbishop Rothard and Duke Stjepan. The Bavarian battle axe. This is lovely. So, let's have a look at our son. Does he have already something like a Bavarian battle axe? I mean, he has Chieftain Kruto's dagger. And his brother Prince Hardmar. Yeah, he'll get that thing. We'll give him that thing. He'll get the Bavarian Sword of Pain. I don't know. Now, he'll get the Bavarian Battle Axe, right? What do we have, by the way? We have the Carling Battle Axe. And that thing is nearly as good. Yeah, Hardmar, here you go. We also like Hadmar, and he should have a good weapon. I mean, look at him. He's going to get a martial education. It's really going to be good for him. We should find him a spouse, too. I'm looking at that already. Sort them by age, so he has someone his age. My goodness, everyone wants to marry him. What the actual heck? I don't remember this being so many. Here we go. There's 9 years. Princess Kriemhild of House Ripsamen. That would tie us up to House Ripsamen. That would be nice. I have Duke Karlmann. She's somewhere, but she's beautiful. And a zealot. Yeah, he's also a believer at least. Mowed of Hereford. Dobronjäger Karlingdar. Oh. Let's add some traits to this, right? I mean, he's already quick. It wouldn't hurt to have someone quick as well. He needs someone who can be as quick as he is. Flan Nick Eiley Ua Chainsleg. She's currently ill. She's bossy. They might develop a similar personality. Oh. She's at least comely. Then we have Friedrika. She's also ill. We have Ulrike von Bamberg. She's not ill. Euphemia von Betzen. She's intelligent. She's already arrogant. Oh well. She's also rowdy, so they might understand each other well. And we have Jota, okay. But Euphemia is fine, and she's also not related. Wonderful. Taking good care of our children. I look around myself in excitement everywhere I lie my eyes. There are mingling guests. We have Hadewin and Hermann and Winfrida, her kids that are getting married. Or not her, both her kids, but the son of Duke Adalbert and Winfrida, the kid of King Emeric III. I can't wait. Very nice music. Political talk with King Emeric. Intent diplomacy, yeah. The ceremony runs its course. I finally managed to place myself by King Emeric and to engage him in some small talk. It rapidly moves into a more interesting field, politics. We share some casual remarks until I lead him exactly where I wanted him. Sadly, we've had some bad harvests that set our growth back recently. I mean, he's similar to us, right? But he's wrathful and zealous and sadistic. And we're just zealous. A pity if someone took advantage now. It's good to have strong allies in times of need. Oh, but he doesn't trust us. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Oh, well. At least we're in the plus. Impeccable household. Nice. A nice stewardship. Ceremony finally reached its climax. And they say, I do. Winfrida. What did she just... She's scarred. Okay. And he's a witch. And that is also known that he's a witch. His wedding jitters. Oh my. He's waiting for the wedding night. That has to be new. It's exciting. It's exciting. The formal part of the wedding, the ceremony is finally behind us. Everyone is smiling in anticipation of the gargantuan meal, exciting entertainment and general revelry that we are about to be offered. Let's tuck in, enjoy. Food fit for a Mountsheister. Now this is how you throw a feast. That's also a king here. He's Catholic. He's a fearless empath. He's more like the jolly good fellow. Very jolly, rakish. And we have Count Gotthard. Feast at this scale are like a darkened forest, Gotthard broods. Could be safe or could be rife with waiting dangers. He's a bit paranoid, but honest. He's also a nice personality. I think I'm on your side, Hastin. We want to be a little bit diplomatic here. Fine sculptures, exotic tapestries. Certainly not the stingy withered coin here, are they? Loves Ludwig. The brilliant of Polabia. Oh, they're all here. Well, can't say I'm afraid to take advantage of the hostility. Is it really that nice, Albert Wunges? How expensive can all this even be? He's King Emmerich's spy master. He's criticizing his own king. Yeah. Okay, okay. Ludwig the Brilliant. Yeah, look at that. I prefer Ludwig's positive thinking. Made a friend and gained some experience for learning. My son! We have a new son. Werner Carling. Werner. That's a good Bavarian name, right? Werner. The genius. May you grow to be strong and wise, my little son. Werner, who shall educate you? We could educate him ourselves. Yeah, that's very nice. We also have Garibald. We have Garibald. Who is Garibald? Really? But apparently he needs to be educated. There's little Garibald. Where does this guy come from? From our wet nurse. It's the kid of our wet nurse. Okay. We need someone to care for this child. And it could be the wet nurse herself. Here we go. You care for your child, will you? Quite the spectacle. The hall is awash with a riotous parade of acting troops, dancing musicians, and exotic charlatans delighting guests en masse. Near my seat, both King Hestin and Duke Weibrecht share their opinions on the display. This is how I like it, cackled Hestin. A grand name, magnificent affair. It's good, but it's all rather showy. Weibrecht sniffs. I could do with a bit more room to talk. The steward. Wow, it's like the people of King Emmerich are all complaining about him. Hestin clearly has the right of it. Yeah, this is our friend already. We agree with him. We agree with him. And we also gain diplomacy lifestyle. Again. We could become thoughtful. A benevolent intent. Firm hand. We could befriend. We could be groomed to rule. So children receive 1 to 3 extra. That would be fit with a pedagogy and everything. So let's do that. Groomed to rule, yeah. That's the thing, because we're so into learning. That makes a lot of sense. And here we go. Everyone is groomed to rule. That's fine. That's really fine. What happened now? Child returns from a feast. Ah, okay. Everyone is groomed to rule. Wow, they are so freaking groomed to rule. It's crazy. Super good. Super good for a dynasty. Good that we took this. And let's see. Let's see what we're looking forward to. Jodas taught Helene the Greek language as her daughter. She's still wounded. But not crazily wounded anymore. After observing King Emmerich from afar, I quickly come to the conclusion I cannot just approach him and start talking about the weather or the latest medical treaties or war. And pray that becomes an alliance. I soon spot Count Fabrice of Schmalkalden across the room, known to be Emmerich's friend, happily chugging down goblets of wine. Tell me, where do Emmerich's interests lie? I ask attentive. He thrives at court. With great care has he studied the arts of the shadows. Is he... I mean, he's... I don't know. Intrigue? But how can I trust him? Can I trust him? Yeah, if we offend him a bit, that's not really... He appears to be telling the truth. Yeah, we've already learned that we cannot trust everyone. Because of, among other things, how our father died in that freaking pool. I did everything I could, ensuring that Bonifacio and Sisupal would be as far from each other as possible. It was not enough. They've come to blows in the middle of my feast. My feast? It's not my feast. It's a feast, but not my feast. One of my guards is close to the brawl and looks to me for the order to intervene. Halt! We will talk about this later. Yeah, we can stop them with our diplomacy. And we've also learned something. Let's see. We really didn't practice restraint so much. Apostate. Have we reached out to other faiths? I mean, recently we haven't burned the heathens, so might just go apostate. We have done that when we were younger, mostly. Maybe we could stop doing that. That would be great. And another thing, every feast. There's always one every single feast. One long-winded, ill-born peasant cornering people who does not be silent. This time it's Sibyl, and she's got no patience for any subject. As soon as I try to engage on one topic, we're on to the next. And we're also impatient. A nary thread of connection in between. Just an eternal barrage of detached thoughts forever. Shut up. Nah. We could gently exit the conversation. I mean, we are that way ourselves, right? And we've learned diplomacy, so we're not stressed, so we gently exit the conversation. We extricate ourselves and we gain another thing. And what was that? That was either a benevolent intent, or it was also good for befriending. It was also thoughtful, but not in a gifting way. It was more like befriending her, right? Like making a friendly gesture. So let's go for befriend here. The wedding night starts. Oh, what happened here? Count Rupoto's feudal contract can no longer be negotiated. An abuse of power. Okay. What are you doing, brother? Feels I've been eating, drinking, mingling, dancing and singing for days. Soon the celebrations will wind down and the spouses will retire to their private chambers for the consummation of the wedding. For us who remain, though, let's pour another drink and let's toast to the spouses. It's time. It's definitely time. Into the night. We're talking to Gottschalk. Newlyweds have taken their lead and the ceremonies are complete. The rest of the evening is mine to spend how I wish. I've been meaning to talk to Gottschalk. Who is that guy? Prince Otbert's caravan master? He's wounded? And he's... I don't know why we would talk to him. I mean, he's lustful, patient and forgiving. It's like poor Manigold is falling asleep. Who is that? Manigold Weimar of House Weimar, the dynasty Weimar. He's another caravan master. The church will be quiet now. Yeah, that's probably the thing. We're zealous, we're going to the church. The church will be quiet now. Wonderful. One after the others, all guests are leaving, and it's time for me to depart too. The wedding was a great occasion to mingle with my peers and relax, and I abandoned the premises, tired and satisfied, sending my best wishes to the spouses for a prosperous and happy union. Congratulations again. So we lost some stress. We were guests and yeah, met some people, just not the one we wanted, but still, it was all in all a positive experience. Count Sobodin? Not yet. Not yet. So now we're traveling back. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. This was the first dip into Wards and Wardens, and we can already see there's a lot to do here. Looking forward to more adventures like this. And when we're back, there's a grand tournament. Maybe we can travel again. But who can say if we can trust him? Have a great time until next time and happy gaming. This is Immanuel Khan signing out. See you soon. And until then.